with the Russians. The president continues to believe in the benefit of diplomacy at a high level, at a leader level, as you've seen over the course of the past 10 to 11 months. But I don't have anything to preview or announce as it relates to a call or engagement between President Biden and President Putin. Go ahead.
Hey, Jen. So just following up on this Minnesota news, given the fact that this individual began experiencing symptoms on November 22nd, tested positive on November 24th, that would suggest that there's been community spread of this variant for at least the last 10 days within the United States. Is that the White House's assessment, and to what extent does that change your understanding and your approach to combating this new variant?
Well, I think we need to be very careful from the government and of course from the media as well about how we assess and attribute community spread or what has happened here. There was information put out by the Minnesota Public Health Department. I would just reiterate a couple of the components of that. Many of you may have seen it, but in case you haven't, there's an individual, an adult male, a resident of Hennepin County. He had been vaccinated. The person developed mild symptoms, as you noted, on November 22nd and sought COVID-19 testing on November 24th. The person's symptoms have resolved. The person spoke with the Minnesota Public Health Department investigators and reported traveling to New York City and attending the Anime New York City 2021 convention at the Javits Center from the 19th through the 21st. Any contact tracing, which is imperative and important, would be done through the CDC and public health officials as well. But I would also note that the Minnesota Public Health Department will do a press conference at noon, and we would expect they'd have additional information. Important question about contact tracing and what we anticipate. I just want to really rely on the public health officials to speak to that.
And are you aware of any other cases of the Omicron variant in the United States at the moment, other than the Minnesota case and the California case?
We have been very transparent. Hopefully you would all agree about providing that information as it becomes available. It typically comes through public health departments. They often provide it themselves first, but we are in close touch every single day with state and local public health authorities. So not that I'm aware of, obviously, it, again, typically rises through public health officials. I would note, as this Dr. Fauci has said over the course of the last week, every single day, even the restrictions we put in place was not going to prevent this variant from coming here. It would just slow. That was the objective. So we do anticipate there will be more cases, and we know that will be the case, and that's why we're focused on doing everything we can to fight the virus and the variant.